So I've been cleaning my house because I am moving tomorrow, and I found my old journal, and I decided to read it, and I found a passage from kind of right where I fully accepted myself, and I just started crying reading it for the first time. So I thought I would share it with you guys. There was always a chance that I ran alone for so long for a reason I didn't quite know yet. My body knew, full and fearful, but my mind could not accept it. Yes, I love traveling. I think new cultures and nature are two of life's greatest offerings, but there's always a reason for my solitude. I was raised with faux offerings. One thought here, or a limb, or a lie. So much of me was given up without me realizing it, until the parasite was gone for a bit. I knew what I was when I was 12, and for some reason I believed it made me unlovable. I believed I had to hide it, to have a family, or friends, or a purpose. Raised to slaughter, born by accident to worship a God who I was told didn't love me. What does that do to a boy? How does he heal? When I started traveling solo, I was 20 years old and deeper in my religion than I ever was before. Rules were there to be followed, pastors to be listened to, women to be loved, men to be respected. In the great white walls of that megachurch, I felt loved by everyone. My energy was different and magnetic there. A big, weird fish in a supermarket pet store. Look at me, love me, but do not buy. Looking back, it's hard to remember if I ever fully believed. God, yes. I still do think that there is a connection to a higher power, something to return to, a being not born to be worshipped, but created to guide us closer together. Humanity is God, perhaps, or nature, or that thin love between us that continues to feel more severed. But the rest, the laws, the anger, the too small to see placement of women just beneath man, the deep connection to a nationalistic country, the fags burn in hell, you know what I'm getting at. But the latter is where I was raised. When I was 17, gay marriage was legalized nationally. My high school friends gathered in a circle and prayed for our country, praying that we would realize how backwards we've gone, how disgusting and how vile the world is. When I was 20, there was a stupid question going around, gay son or thought daughter. My friend responded, if my son was gay, I'd kill myself. Bang. Shot through the skull instead of shaking of hands. If my son was gay, I wouldn't go to the wedding. I couldn't. I'd hope it would teach him a lesson. And it will. He will learn, just like I have, that some people care more about 3 verses in some ancient book that was not written for us than the people that they love. When I was 22, I was the creative director of a church in Alabama. A boy was sent to a group to try and fix him, not to make him straight, but to make him realize that loving the way he did was sinful, that there were others like him who could help him change. He posted a letter that went viral, and our team forced the one openly struggling man in the church to stand up to the hate we were receiving on social media, told him to publicly renounce his sexuality over and over and over again until he believed it. I could tell story after story like this. There was something wrong with me, and I needed to do whatever it took to fix it. So I dated girls. I made out with them at the bar. I fucked them and did whatever they wanted me to do so that they would tell their friends, so that no one would question me. Broke the heart of someone I loved more than anything, someone that would have accepted me if I were honest with her, with myself. I swallowed every bad thought that came up. I would try to watch lesbian porn. I would learn how to lower my voice when I got excited. I would get really good at whatever sport I was playing. I would cry over and over and over again and never tell a soul. But then I left. Finally, I left. Because when I was alone, I could be whatever I wanted to be, even if I didn't know what that was yet. It was so easy to come out to strangers, even if I hadn't kissed a boy yet. I was 23 when I finally told someone, and she set me free. All of me unraveled on the feet of a beautiful girl no older than me, and I saw her last week again. 3 years later, I still owe her a life I was scared to live. It was that same trip when I first felt the stubble on my face with my lips. Rough, tender, strong, beautiful. Kissing in a cave that smelled like piss was the closest thing to freedom I had ever experienced at this point. But I had 100 ways to get there 100 lifetimes ago, and I was too scared. When I was 18, I met the boys who would change my life. Stupid, silly, soft, destructive. A group of men that couldn't care less about who I was or what I was hiding. They wanted to see and know all of me, and eventually they did. They are still some of my best friends today, and the first group of men to show me what true friendship can feel like. When I was 14, my first girlfriend saw glimpses of gay porn on my phone. Even back then, she told me it was okay to be confused, told me that I could be honest. I told her that it was nothing. I told her that she was making shit up. Even then, her love was bigger than her religion. When I was 9, I made a best friend who was more feminine than the other guys. We would put on my mother's dresses and paint our faces with glitter in garages and sing Gaga until our lungs were sore, just as I do now, just as I will do forever. And sometimes sometimes that is worship for me now. A room with bodies not broken like bread, but mending and molding into each other, dancing in the middle of the night with 100 stories spinning around you, touching his chest in the back of my van, swearing that I'd let him move in, big spoon, little spoon, gentle hands on the hair of boys that I'm learning to love gently, like brothers, like soulmates, like sisters. Because touch doesn't have to be brutal, and it doesn't have to be reserved for lovers. And it doesn't have to end in bodies crumbling over each other, swearing it was the best thing ever. No need for fuck me babies, good boys, can you handle this? On your knees, no more need. I still don't know what I want to be. My mind still races with doubt and shame, but it comes less often now. I finally feel like my life is starting again. There is no room to hold on anymore. There is no need to leave the country, to be honest, to be me. It is time to free fall. It is time to embarrass myself. It is time to be less cool and watch who comes to my garden. Wow. I didn't think I'd cry again. There's just like page after page of that, and also a lot of sad stuff from before. It was really hard to read a lot of that journal, but that's so cool just seeing how like far I've come even from this. 2 years later, I guess 3 years later maybe. But yeah, just wanted to share it. Didn't think I would cry again. Maybe I'll share more of this journal because I think it's really cool and really real. Okay, bye.